Welcome to a 1v1 of Bystraya Voda. This game is going to be Paul versus Marshall. Paul playing as Mechanized Assault Oster. Or wait, why did I say that? He might not go Mechanized Assault. You don't know that, Romeo. Paul playing as Oster on the left side versus Marshall's Airborne, Armor, and Infantry Company over there on the right. Paul has Mechanized Assault, but he also has Close Air Support and Elite Troops. And Marshall is going to go with 3 rifle opening heading straight south, and Paul also going straight south with 2 squads. Pio's taking control of the north, and we're going to see 2 riflemen going middle and north as well, so this engagement obviously will be lost by Marshall initially. Paul should be able to win that, and he jumps into the capture circle, by the way, if you saw, to halt the capture of that point.
A capture point is under attack.
And riflemen making their way up here. So all 3 riflemen are available for an engagement here in the north, which he should lose. He's only got Pios available up here initially. Grenadiers taking control of the south fuel and strategic points will be able to get that under control. Pios, rather than retreating, are just going to look for opportunities to maybe capture territory here in the north. Grenadiers moving up from the south. 4 Grenadier build from Paul, no team weapons. Which on this map probably makes sense, because you feel a lot of pressure to spread out on this map. And there's no really clear place where it makes sense to set up a defensive line with machine guns and such. Except for maybe in the church? Maybe? Not really, though. This lone squad harassment in the south will fail with rear echelon troops against 2 grenadiers. Definitely not going to happen. Paul's going to go with a bunker. Look at that early bunker build. You know, you don't that frequently see bunkers at high level play, but so that actually intrigues me. I don't know if I've ever seen Paul build a bunker. Have I? That's very unconventional. Interesting. I'm going to throw that up down here. Grenadiers move to push away the rear echelon troops from the south. And here in the north, Grenadiers are engaging against riflemen. Pios were forced to retreat eventually, so Marshall will secure himself the north munitions in both VPs. But up until this point, I have not seen Paul lose this fuel, so he definitely has the fuel advantage. Well, not really. It's 23 to 22 strategic points, helping to balance things out, and Marshall will go for Paul's cutoff right here.
Rifle squad waiting for orders.
God damn it! Someone get us out of here! Keep adjusting your position!
Oh, that early nade! Paul was not expecting that. Oh wow, that early nade tech. Nice lag. Okay, Paul. Sure. Sure. Oh no.
God damn it! Someone get us out of here!
Grenadiers engaging at range against these riflemen. Gonna bounce into some different cover though.
Crowds are taking one of our points.
And this squad is going to jump into the church.
I smell orders.
Our supply lines cut.
These various squads need to reinforce and heal as well.
God damn it! Someone get us out of here! Hit 'em with crossfire!
What the hell am I meant to do with these recruits? Green as green can be. Well, grab your shit and follow me.
And it doesn't look like the engagement's really going in anyone's favor. Grenadiers and riflemen just engaging against each other from maximum range, slowly. The riflemen have good enough cover that they can hold their line. Grenadiers don't really have any cover, but they have superior numbers. With only 1 west-facing window in the church. Paul will eventually win that engagement. Take a little while, though. tier 2 going up in the base for Paul. Not picked a commander yet. Marshall has not picked a commander yet either. Battle phase 1. These 3 squads of grenadiers will engage against riflemen inside of the church. Rear echelon troops work on the VP. This bunker is protecting the strategic and fuel points, right? Yeah, both of those points. So that's actually kind of clever bunker placement if you think about it. Protecting both of those. I like that. Doesn't protect. I don't know if it would actually protect against a squad in green cover down there though. Probably protects this point. Rear echelons will get the VP either way. And eventually the riflemen were forced from the church by masked grenadiers. Paul will take control of the structure and move to force these riflemen to retreat from across the river. That's captain tier from Marshall, so I'm expecting probably infantry or armor again, in all likelihood. And Paul still hasn't picked. He's up to 3 CPs. He might consider close air support to boost his munitions and start making LMGs. Going to go with the 2-2-1 here out of his tier 2 structure. But other than that, no big purchases.
Reinforcements in. Welcome to the death factory, boys. Stick with me.
The enemy is overrunning one of our capture points. AT guns ready.
Rear echelon troops will be made to retreat right there.
A capture point is being overrun.
Grenadiers move to get some of that territory under control. Paul's trying to split Marshall's forces between the north and the south, sending 2 grins south, 1 in the base, throwing up the healing bunker, 1 north, going for the cutoff. Captain, unfortunately, should shut down this decision to go 2-2-2 quite hard. Paul's going to have to look for opportunities elsewhere on the map. If he does engage against that captain, he'll have to kite very carefully from range. Pio's forced to retreat right there.
Someone get us out of here!
We're losing a capture point.
Bust out the metal, boys!
Grenadiers will die. Paul, what are you doing? Oh, he's microing his 2-2-2 against the captain. That's another thing you have to keep in mind, by the way. If you even captain counters 2-2-2, not in like more than just the bazookas can kill the 2-2-2. It also puts a higher micro tax on the 2-2-2 if it's actually going to. You have to pay. Paul has to pay more attention to it, and because of that, he loses a squad of grenadiers. So the effects of captain tier countering that vehicle are felt elsewhere on the map. Ripple butterfly effect, next level. Crazy shit going on in this game. Paul has now lost 2 full squads of grenadiers. I don't think Marshall has lost anything. AT guns are moving up to try and bust this bunker. They should be successful. The scout car is trying to prevent that from happening, but I don't think it will be successful. I just said successful twice and it sounded weird. It sounded like redundant to me.
On the hook over here!
That squad will be forced away. AT gun moving up. That scout car will not be able to advance any further. These 2 squads could move on the cutoff, but Marshall's getting a little lazy about microing them. This AT gun is also kind of just floating awkwardly. AT gun is pulled back actually into the fuel point to get it captured. It's going to give that scout car a little more room to breathe. Riflemen are repositioning out of their green cover position.
Crowd's got us pegged! Keep the pressure up! Field promotion! Where's that coming from? Squad ready! Target secure!
Nice flank by the captain finally to try and punish that scout car. No shots will. There they go. 2 shots connect. Scout car has no choice but to pull back, and Paul will be forced here to make what looks like a full retreat.
Area captured!
Yeah, there he goes. AT guns in the back have gotten all territory captured, but during this, Paul has had pretty much the entire north. He's got the munitions cut off from both VPs, so things could be worse for him. Fuel income will swing back in Marshall's favor now, 26-16 for Paul, so Paul needs to try to turn that situation around if at all possible. Grenade toss here in the south is off target. Grenadiers with an LMG will force the last remaining rifle squad back into the base. 2 squads are going to make their way across the north, try and get all this territory back under control, and the AT guns have pulled back down here to the south as well. The scout car is still alive, so that's good.
Losing a capture point.
But with Captain and 2 AT guns on the field, it's going to be pretty hard. Pretty hard, I think. That scout car to find anything useful to do. It's only got 3 kills, despite having been on the field for a while. No vet, hasn't done that much damage.
The enemy has broken our supply lines. With our new weaponry, we are unbeatable.
222 moves up to push away the rifleman right there. Squad jumps in the church. This one gets overwhelmed in the middle by these 2 squads. MG on the field now for Paul as well. Try and get use that as a bunker replacement, I guess. Now that the bunker's been destroyed, he's going to try and defend the south with this unit instead. Rifle grenade, no reaction on those riflemen. Brings them quite low. Grenadiers in the church seem to be holding the line well against. Bit of a blob here in the middle from Marshall. Fuel cache going up, interestingly enough. Right here.
A capture point is being overrun.
And there's the Stugi. So he has gone mechanized assault. 6 CPs. Paul will go mechanized assault, and the Stugi is fielded and will begin to fire on these squads here in the middle. LMG Grenadiers catch that AT gun way out of position. Riflemen getting gunned down by Grenadiers in the church will be forced to retreat, and the engagement goes horribly wrong for Marshall on pretty much all fronts. Everything forced to retreat back into the base with hardly any HP remaining, and Pios will take control of this AT gun, which will alleviate any pressure on Paul to purchase one of his own. Pack howitzer in production? That's a horrible idea. Alright. AT gun gets caught by the, or catches the other Stug, which is apparently having trouble deciding exactly what it should do. Paul's trying to get it back to safety. I guess the good news is he baited a munitions expenditure. Forced armor-piercing rounds right there. Wow, that long shot though. AT gun does heavy damage to that Stug. Will be forced back for repairs.
They're coming from behind!
The enemy is taking our territory.
Frozen grenadiers here.
LMG Grens will have no problem keeping rear echelon troops back.
We just
The
got
enemy is overrunning one of our capture points.
Looks like maybe Marshall's not entirely sure what to do. He got a couple of squads just sitting in his base. Sends 2 squads south. The MG-42
Supply line just
retreated
got cut
back to Paul's base. Riflemen will probably win that engagement. Grenadiers have no cover. Rifle grenade to turn the engagement. Counter grenade to force the retreat. LMG Grens will lose against... Oh man, against that captain right there. Narrow getaway, I think. Yes. All Grenadiers forced off the field for Paul. He got himself a lot of map control in the last series of engagements. But the fact that his Stug took 2 shots from that 18 gun forced it all the way back to base and really hurt his staying power a little bit. LMG Grens catch a rifle squad in red cover right there. They drop 2 models as they make their way into this up to this wall. Grenade toss right there. 222 to try and force the retreat a little earlier. This could be a wipe. I think, is this the first wipe of the game if they go down? I think so. Nice play by Paul right there to pick up that squad.
Of an infantry unit being wiped out.
secured!
Moving to put pressure on this squad with a rifle grenade. No reaction to that grenade at all, and 2 squads just got wiped there in the south.
Report of an infantry unit being wiped
I
out.
don't think there was any reason for that to happen. At least Marshall got briefly some map control, but now his army is getting dangerously small against what Paul has deployed.
Capture point is being overrun. There's a major reporting for action.
I banned that Sid Prolio guy. Mods just ban multi-accounts. They're definitely not allowed here. This channel doesn't have like that many rules, but ban troll accounts. I don't like them. I don't find them funny, mostly.
Bazookas now available for pickup.
Ready to move? Stand by.
That wasn't a timeout. MG42 engaging against the rifleman on this strategic point. Grenadier Blob is here in the north. They're going to move to take control of various stuff. Smoke grenade deployed by those riflemen, but taking 222 fire. They will deploy a rifle grenade and an M10. That's armor company chosen by Marshall. Armor company chosen. The M10 will hard counter the Stug briefly, but a Tiger is going to be here quite soon. Just 1 1/4 CPs.
Good to go. They're hitting our flank. Open fire. They're wise to us. Kill that MG42 crew.
Here comes the M10. It will locate the damaged scout car and destroy it.
We just lost a unit.
MG42
Promotion just came down.
might lose. Okay, to that major. M10. Oh, this crush! Triple Panzerfaust. M10 didn't crush nearly as much as I think Marshall was hoping right there. Stug is being forced to contend with captains, bazookas, and a couple are bouncing. Looks like it might maybe survive, pulling back to safety. LMG Grenadiers engaging against the captain right here. Will force him to retreat, so Stug pulling back for repairs. M10 also going to be forced to pull back for repairs. Pio's taking control of the VP there in the north. And, oh, the game's over. Apparently, what? Oh, wait, where did all of his infantry go? I saw the 2 wipes in the south. I must have missed another wipe in the north somehow. I don't know what happened. But Marshall has no infantry forces remaining except for his pack house or an AT gun, and he does not think that he has a realistic chance of recovering this game. He didn't even see the Tiger. I would have at least waited until I saw the Tiger. GG. Axis wins.